Jesus. 10 seconds into the third round and he's back on him like this.
But, to be in the position that he was in and the crucifix and just getting dominated on the ground and punched in the face and elbowed, and it's a very frustrating place to be in. I thought he handled it well.
Fascinated by such a one-sided domination, man, then you have to be a casual.
Khamzat Chimaev proved to the world once and for all that his true prowess should not be undermined by defeating the former champion Dricus du Plessis, and it turns out that the fighter has way more in store for his fans to look forward to. Khamzat Chimaev claimed in a post-fight interview that there was no possibility he would stop his stride for a single title only. According to the Russian fighter, he has to be the #1 champion of UFC, claiming that he does not care for the pound-for-pound list, only the fact that he ends up as the best fighter the world has laid eyes on.
And Khamzat, you are now the world champion, but you are the undefeated world champion, and we only have one other under contract, which is Ilia Topuria. So if I was to look to the pound-for-pound list, is that a list that matters to you, and where would you put yourself?
I don't know. I don't care who does that things, so for sure it has to be #1.
Moreover, Khamzat left the whole world in awe of the way he beat his opponent, proving to all exactly what he's capable of. Tim Welch, while reacting to the fight, claimed that no one else but Khamzat had the ability to dominate a match like that. He also listed down predictions of who might be the next best contender who could defeat this unstoppable champion.
Khamzat Chimaev, champion of the world. Oh my God, boys and girls. First time Khamzat went 5 rounds, just proved. I mean, who else? Let's look. We got Nasrin Imavov. Don't know. It's hard to say with some of these guys because they've never faced someone like Khamzat, so we're not going to really know till it happens. Who knows what happens with Khamzat? Let's pray the guy doesn't retire. We got Sean Strickland, #2. We got Izzy, Rainer de Ritter. Now Rainer de Ritter poses some problems because Rainer de Ritter's guard, Rainer de Ritter's judo, his front headlock chokes, they're very good. They're better than Dricus. Khamzat will take down Rainer de Ritter, but Rainer de Ritter's full guard will give Khamzat a lot more trouble. I mean, you got Cal Berhalio. You got Fluffy too. Big Fluffy. You cannot count him out. He can wrestle good. He can push the pace for 5 rounds. He breaks people.
Additionally, Tom Aspinall gave his 2 cents about Khamzat's brutal win, claiming that it was an absolute domination from Khamzat's side, with most of the fight looking one-sided. According to him, the game was a good one, with Khamzat proving his worth in front of the world. Aspinall did give DDP credit for trying to beat off his opponent by the 5th round, claiming that if the South African fighter had more energy, he might have gotten the round.
But I love grappling anyway, so I enjoyed it. But I know there's a lot of fans who probably think it's like hugging him or whatever, but I personally really enjoyed it. I mean, just complete domination from Khamzat. It's there was just one-way traffic for the full 5 rounds. Got a bit hairy like the last minute. DDP put some shots on him, but just didn't have enough left in the tank, I don't think, to do much damage. So congratulations to Khamzat and team.
Furthermore, Dricus' coach Morn Visser claimed there will definitely not be a rematch, but there may be chances of the 2 fighters coming face to face again. But that would happen only when Dricus trains harder to get more accustomed to the Russian fighting techniques, to be able to counter wrestle and grapple the Russian fighter more efficiently.
Do you want to do a rematch? I said absolutely not. Obviously we would like to fight him very soon again, but there's no way I'll take a rematch with us being a little bit behind in our Russian style of wrestling. That is what it is, nothing else. He just knows how to control you on the floor.
In addition, Visser also revealed Khamzat's plan for the next fight, claiming that the Russian fighter has his eyes set on another match in October. Visser claimed that if UFC is able to make arrangements for it, Khamzat may go against Anthony Hernandez in the cage, but that is still in the works as of now.
I believe Khamzat wants to fight in, October in Abu Dhabi, and I think if the UFC pulls that off, it will most probably be Hernandez or de Ritter. And if not, I think Hernandez and de Ritter will fight it out, and Imamov and Berhalio will fight it out. And between the 4 of them, there'll be another number one contender.
Moreover, Morn Visser admitted that while most people are giving Dricus the benefit of the doubt by claiming that the fight was close, that is not the truth. According to the coach, the South African fighter needs to level up his game, and that is what they would focus on now. The crucifix was a move that helped Khamzat take the win, and Morn admitted that they had practiced everything aside from the crucifix.
I mean, so we've practiced everything except the crucifix. And there's just a way that he trapped the arm very high, almost trapped the bicep, tricep, and the shoulder with that crucifix. So it feels like you've got movement, but so you can give the one arm up to roll the other one out or roll in and back out, but he just doesn't allow it. He's just so tight with it. Plus he stalled, so he really opened Dricus up. And then all those little punches didn't mean a lot, but obviously, like I said, meant a lot or enough for the ref to keep the fight down. So
while most people were excited to see Khamzat take the win, others couldn't help but feel disappointed at the one-sided domination, claiming that they were expecting a bigger face-off with more struggle on both sides. Dan Hardy too expressed his frustration, claiming that Dricus du Plessis did not express the intention to finish like he used to before.
70% takedowns? Like, what are we looking here, man? Looking at here, this is like when a kid plays the UFC game or something, right? Like, this is like insane stuff.
It was, I mean, it was overwhelming dominance, but it was frustrating that it was just, you know, it wasn't, there was not the intention to finish like there has been before. You know, even the face off and the stare down and, you know, the kind of the mean look that he has, like all of those things got me excited. And then we've got like kind of tap, tap, tap punches, and I was just like, man, I really wanted him to open up and really kind of own this moment. I mean, he completely dominated, don't get me wrong, you know, and I do think Khamzat's much better at middleweight. I don't know, it was frustrating to, you know, to see it was so one-sided. I really thought Dricus was going to give, you know, scramble more, be able to break free a little bit more. You know, he had moments towards the end of the fight, but he didn't really ultimately push Chimaev's conditioning at all, because he, you know, he was quite accepting of some of the positions, and obviously Khamzat was in control.
Similarly, Caio Baralho also said that the fight took a pretty boring turn, since the match was mostly one-sided. According to him, when a grappler is fighting but does not finish, it breaks down the anticipation of the fight, making it dull for the viewers to watch. Baralho went on to say that DDP was a huge champion, and while it was a title fight, the match just did not live up to its hype.
I think he did what he always does, but this time he didn't finish. So when a grappler comes and just hug the guys and he doesn't finish, it becomes a boring fight. For sure, it's a title fight, high-level guys. Dricus du Plessis, he was doing very good in the division. He was the reigning champion and everything. But when the grappler guys come and don't finish, it becomes a boring fight like that.
Additionally, Robert Whitaker also expressed his shock over the results of the UFC 319 matchup, claiming that while Khamzat's ability to grapple, throw punches, and set new records could never be questioned, the fact that the Russian fighter did it all for 25 minutes straight is what rocked everyone's minds.
Now, Chimaev, everyone knew the first round was going to look like that. Everyone knew. Not the finer details, such as the crucifix and him just like laying 400 punches on his dome like that. But like, we knew he would get him down and hold him down. Okay. What we didn't expect was Chimaev's ability to do that for 25 minutes. That was mind-blowing.
Adding to that, Robert broke down Khamzat Chimaev's fighting style in the ring, having been in Dricus du Plessis' place before. According to him, Khamzat has this unique ability to keep you down on the ground while punching you left and right. This technique makes the fighter paralyzed with different thoughts, keeping him occupied while Khamzat beats his opponent down little by little.
Taking him down constantly, and I could see a lot of moments that, you know, what makes it hard to get up when he's holding you down, when he's controlling you like that. He gives you so much to think about. Same thing that happened to me against when I fought him against the fence, is that he's trying to peel a knee away. He's trying to get a hook. He's got the body lock grips. He's fishing for arms. He's like giving you little jabs in the mouth. He's like, and that's constant. He's constantly doing that, giving you 4 to 6 different things to think about, all while sagging on you and just making you carry his weight.
Moreover, Robert expressed awe over the amount of control Khamzat had over his opponent, reiterating the claims that everyone is making about the match being a total domination. According to Whitaker, doing the crucifix for 1 round is understandable, but continually pinning down your opponent for several lines one by one, that too when your energy goes low and both the fighters are sweaty, that is next level fighting.
Oh, definitely. But more so, like, I was surprised at Chimaev's ability to be able to control it. Like he had absolute control of Dricus on the ground. And this is, like, it was impressive in the first round, okay? You never see a crucifix getting held for that long. Not in MMA.
Crazy.
Not when you're versing a physical beast like Dricus. Like, physically, Dricus is pretty big. He's a strong guy. And you rarely see that level of control time, especially in that position. But then to be able to do it in rounds 2, 3, 4, when it's sweaty, when you start to gas a bit, when it's just his jiu-jitsu and wrestling is dead set that high level. Like, it is unbelievable, I think.
In contrast, Caio Borralho claimed that while Khamzat Chimaev was like a brother to him, there is no one else other than him who can now beat the Russian fighter. Having fought alongside the new champion before, Borralho remained confident in his abilities to take down the man whom DDP could not defeat. Borralho claimed he has an advantage over the other middleweight contenders, and he would love to use it.
The same thing. I spent 1 month in his training camp when he was in All Stars over there, and I know very well how he works, his system and everything, and I think have advantage between all the middleweight fighters. I think I'm the one that have advantage to beat him, because I know what exactly he's doing, what exactly is his system, and all the steps that he needs to go through and how to deny these steps. So I'm very respectful for Khamzat. He's like a brother for me, but at this time, at this point, at this level of the competition, it's me and him,
However, Chael Sonnen discussed the possibility of Caio Borralho fighting against Khamzat Chimaev in Abu Dhabi and came to the conclusion that it most likely would be hard to happen. This is because Caio Borralho has to go against Imamov in less than 3 weeks, giving the fighter only 6 more weeks to prepare for the Khamzat fight if he wins against Imamov. In that case, Chael argued RDR would be the best contender for Khamzat for his next fight.
Dana announced that he is likely to take Chimaev to Abu Dhabi. So the first thing I did is grab the calendar, look at the date of Abu Dhabi. Well, it's in 5 weeks. So first off, very quick, no, it's in 9. It's in 9 weeks. But don't forget, the fight with Imanov and Borralho is in 3 weeks, so it would give them 6 weeks. We just don't generally see a turnaround like that. And then we would be seeing it for 2 guys, unless we're wrong that Caio and Imanov is a #1 contenders fight. And if we are wrong about that, there's only one other guy to look to, and that's RDR. And that is very interesting. Seeing how RDR could deal with the wrestling of Bo makes you wonder if he could deal with the wrestling of Chimaev.
Moreover, Chael claimed that the level of greatness and prowess displayed by Chimaev during the UFC 319 fight forces you to wonder who could be the next contender who could match the level that the Russian fighter has set. Calling it one of the most lopsided matches of UFC history, Chael wondered who could be the fighter who would have the appropriate skills to counter Khamzat's insane abilities.
And we have to word it that way, guys, because what Chimaev has shown, the dominance that he has shown, there was 537 strikes landed by Chimaev. Now let me put that in perspective, because I used to have the record. I had the record and I crushed the record to win it, and I had 311. 311 was the record. I know that for sure because I had it. He had 527 against 49. 49 strikes. So it was 10-1 Chimaev. And when you see something that incredibly dominant, and there was all sorts of judges throwing up 10-8 rounds tonight. I mean, this was one of the most lopsided victories in history for a world championship. But when you see that level of greatness, all of a sudden you have to start wondering, right? It's not just specific guy or who's next and I want to see you. It does come down to what skills does a person have? What can we do with a matchup? And Caio and Imanov are going to have their say in this, and they most definitely deserve their say. I'm just sharing with you, if we are to announce that fight.
In an interesting series of events, Sean O'Malley, while reacting to the fight, showcased exactly what DDP fans were feeling as their favorite contender was being dominated. Each time the fighter got excited about Dricus getting back on his feet, he was immediately met with disappointment as Khamzat overpowered his opponent again and again.
I hope it doesn't end like this. Uh-oh. Khamzat's that dude. He's literally a big Khabib. All right, DDP's to his. All right, DDP's to his. Jesus. 10 seconds into the third round, and he's back on him like this. In the last 15 minutes, Chimaev has 27 minutes of control time. Okay. It's been on the feet longer than it's. Uh-oh. DDP's up to his feet. He's 1 minute left in the fourth round. They stand it up. He lands. Oh! He throws a kick. Nothing really happened. Oh! DDP's throwing bombs in the fifth round. DDP is up. DDP is down. Oh! No!
Furthermore, Daniel Cormier expressed his feelings about the fight, claiming that Chimaev had proven himself as the champion and taken hold of the fight with a strong grip. However, he also expressed disappointment with Dricus' performance, claiming that the South African fighter was well aware of the challenge ahead, but it seemed like he wasn't prepared for it as much as he thought he was. Daniel said, "If I'm being honest though, it was a little disappointing on the side of Dricus because he knew the challenge. I don't know if they prepared the right way for what challenge was in front of them." He continued by saying, "You know, when you're fighting Chimaev, you've got to be able to get up if taken down, and you've got to make the takedowns hard. He wasn't able to do either of those things tonight, and now he's the former champ." According to Michael Bisping, while Khamzat Chimaev absolutely annihilated his opponent in the octagon, he now also poses as a threat to the UFC world, but not in the way you might think. Michael Bisping believes that now that Khamzat is the champion, there is no one else in the middleweight division other than RDR who can make Khamzat taste the bitter taste of defeat. RDR matches the skill set of Khamzat Chimaev, making him the perfect future opponent for the Russian fighter.
When I say this is a disaster, it's a disaster for the division, because from what I see there, ain't nobody apart from Ranier de Ridder, ain't nobody beating him. Ranier de Ridder is the only guy that has a shot because of the jiu-jitsu, because of the skills that he has off his back, okay? And it was a really good point from Dean Thomas again on commentary. He's talked about Gilbert Burns when he fought Khamzat Chimaev, because he had a very dangerous guard. He was forcing Chimaev to work. Even though he was on top, he was having to fight to keep his position. He was having to fight to maintain the control and even backed out a couple of times. Ranier de Ridder is probably the only guy that could do that. Yeah, of course, Sean Strickland's come out. Sean Strickland saying, "No, look, listen, I'm the only guy that can beat him. Here's the thing, guys." And of course, he's going to do that. Of course, he's going to say that. He's going to insert himself into the conversation just like everybody does. But honestly, I think even Ranier de Ridder is going to have a really, really tough time.
What do you think? Who could Khamzat Chimaev go against next? Would Ranier de Ridder be able to match the expectations being applied to him? Or is there truly no one else left in the middleweight division to beat the new UFC middleweight division champion, Khamzat Chimaev? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon so you don't miss any of our new videos. See you soon.